Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to show you how to make a rotolo, which is an Italian rolled lasagna dish. And I came across this recipe through Jamie Oliver's recipe book, and I thought, you know what, let's make that gluten-free. And I wanted to really simplify it and make it really home-friendly, so I'm gonna jump right into it. And we want to start by just chopping up our green onions. And the reason I'm chopping the green onions up first is because everything's going to go quite quickly once it's on the stove. Okay, so that's really all I had to do. So now I'm going to take some butter and I'm going to heat it up and melt it. And while that's melting, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop up some of my spinach. And I'm just coarsely chopping this. Oops. And I'm going to put that right back in the bowl. Okay, so that is nearly melted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my green onions. You don't quite hear the sizzle yet, and that's okay. And I'm going to add my garlic scapes. If you want to add just regular garlic, you can go right ahead and just add 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, you can start to hear the sizzle now. And while that's cooking down and sizzling a little bit, I'm going to chop up my sun-dried tomatoes. And I want to chop these rather finely. So I'm going to go in one direction, and then I'm going to go in the other direction. There we go. I got those back in the bowl. I'm going to give this a stir. That looks really good. It smells amazing. So we're going to be making a bechamel. And what we're doing is we're making equal parts butter and flour. And I'm using a gluten-free all-purpose flour blend. And I'm going to whisk this in. And I'm going to turn my heat down to medium. And you can see it starting to dissolve in the pan. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to make sure it's not going to clump up on us. Okay. So from there, we're going to add some milk. And I may need to add more milk than that, but I think that's probably pretty good. And I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit, and we're going to let that thicken up. So I'm going to stir that every so often. But at this point, I can add my spinach. There we go. And I can add my sun-dried tomatoes. And I can add my capers. And if you don't like capers, you don't have to add them in at all. And I've got a little bit of feta here, and I'm going to add about half of it in there just to create a real rich, creamy, cheesy kind of a sauce. And let's give that a stir. Oh yeah, you can see how it's thickened right up. I'm going to turn the heat down. There we go. Temperature's gone down to like a medium low. And I want to add some pepper. Grab your pepper mill. Fresh ground pepper is always so nice. And I'm going to stir that in. There we go. So I'm going to shut that off the heat. I'm going to move that off the heat. So while that's just sitting and cooling down a little bit, let's make some pasta. We need to make a nice pasta. And I just discovered an amazing way of making pasta dough. It's so stretchy and forgiving. It's so awesome. You're gonna love the way I make this pasta dough. And it starts with some psyllium and some hot water. And I pour that in. And I'm just gonna lightly stir that up so all the psyllium is gonna set up. And while that's setting up, I'm gonna crack my egg into a container. And the reason I'm cracking it into a separate container is I wanna make sure I don't have any shells in there. And I can see there's no shells in there. That's solidifying really nicely. I'm gonna add my egg and my flour and some salt. There we go. And then I'm gonna just mix this up. And just like that, we've got pasta dough. It's so exciting. So the psyllium, when you put it in at the beginning, it hydrates. We hydrate the psyllium, and the psyllium creates like almost a gelatinous binding agent, and you can see like it's so easy to work with.
So it replaces the gluten?
Yes, that's right. It replaces the gluten, and we're going to just dust our surface here. Okay, and I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to get rid of this mixer. There we go. And you want a nice, well-floured surface. If you want to use a pasta machine at this point, you can do that. I tried this with the pasta machine, and it was unbelievable. I had never had pasta sheets so perfectly square. It was unbelievable how it worked. I was so thrilled to do that, and it's inspired me to even make more pasta. I mean, I make all my pasta anyway, but I kind of wanted to have more pasta. So you roll it in one direction, and then we're going to lightly dust underneath, flip it around to the other side, a little bit on the top, and we're going to roll the other direction. I can see I need a little bit more flour here. You can see it springs back. It's kind of fun. Oh, it's a little sticky still. Okay, and then I'm going to roll it up. Turn it 90 degrees, dust, and unrolled again. And just keep going until we get to the thickness we're looking for. Okay, so that looks beautiful. I'm just going to get my lifter. Just make sure it's not stuck anywhere, and it doesn't seem to be stuck anywhere. And I'm going to cut nice square sheets. So let's do something like that. That looks good. Not too worried about the ends right now, and we're going to do a couple more. There we go. I will square off the bottoms. There we go. So that I'm going to keep, and we're going to use that dough in a moment. I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to do it there. And I've got another skillet pan. If you want to use a casserole dish, you can use a casserole dish. And there's a lot of little moving steps right now. I've got just a basic tomato sauce here. And I'm just going to put some tomato sauce in the bottom of this casserole dish, or in this skillet pan, sorry. And that's just to keep it from sticking, and there we go. So, we need a spoon, and I'm going to use that. And we're going to spoon some right onto the pasta. And then this is where my little lifter comes in, and I'm going to roll it up ever so gently. And we need a little glass of water. We want to just take a wetted finger and run it across. And then we roll it onto itself. And then I'm going to slice it. Just like that. And this goes upright. Those are a little big. Right onto the pan. So I'm going to keep going on that. So that is going to get used for the next batch. And I'm going to spoon this. Oh, it smells so good. And then we start rolling it. Okay. Nice wet fingers. Slice and roll. And I'm going to do it in 3, because I think it's a much better height. That looks great. Okay, and then we do it again. You can see I've got a larger pasta roll here. And it doesn't really matter what the size of the pasta roll is, as long as you're able to get all the pieces in there. That looks really nice. Oops. So I'm going to add a little bit more of my, where'd my spoon go? There we go. My tomato sauce, and just drizzle it on the top. There we go. And I'm making sure that I try and touch all the side edges with the spoon, with the sauce, just to make sure that everything is moistened. There we go. A little bit more. And then I'm going to take the last part of my feta and I'm going to crumble it right on top. Oh, that looks so good. That's a big chunk. There we go. And this is going to go into a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until it's bubbling and hot. See you in a moment. This looks absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. It smells so good. It took 25 minutes in my oven. Your oven might be a little bit different. I set the timer for 20 minutes and then I was like, oh, I could go a couple more minutes. So do check it from time to time. You want to make sure it's nice and golden. It's bubbling throughout. And it looks so good. I kind of want to just dig right into it. So, I mean, this could go really well with a salad, maybe some cheese baguette on the side, something like that, something fun. You can make this ahead, put it in the fridge, and then when you want to bake it, you just pop it in the oven, heat it up. I mean, it doesn't take long, and it didn't take that long to make. So I'm just gonna pull one of these out. Oh, it's so nice. Look at that, nice and firm. The dough is firmed right up on me. Oh my goodness. Oh! This is gonna be hot. I can tell you already. But it's gonna be, I think, really good. Oh yeah, look at the steam coming off of that. Oh, that looks great. Whoop! I love fresh pasta. Fresh made pasta in any sauce is so good. I'm so glad that I discovered this pasta. Thanks, Jamie Oliver. What a great way to have a nice, comfortable afternoon enjoying homemade pasta with sauce and oh, that goodness. Oh, another bite. I love the blend of flavors of the spinach and the green onions and the garlic and the cheese, and it all comes together so nicely. And every so often I'll get a little pop of the caper. I don't think I can make this any better. If you're looking for the full recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching. That was lunch. Wow, that was good.